Can you see it?
Paul, you look cute.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know this was going to become a pussy hat. Thanks, political activist jackasses. I literally bought this, and by the time it got to me, it became a political statement. Seriously? I'm just a cat person, an unapologetic cat person. Now, I don't mind anyone protesting or anything like that we have that right as an American. But when the Women's March, exclude women's groups that say we're pro-life, because they don't count, apparently, I have a big problem with that. He's going to turn us into this. Shut the hell up, okay? Half of this country doesn't like abortion. Half of this country doesn't like Planned Parenthood. I would eventually like to see Planned Parenthood phased out. And when I say eventually, I mean eventually. If they're the only medical providers in an area, then no. But the fact that we're still talking about Planned Parenthood is an inherent failure of Obamacare. Everybody should have a doctor. They shouldn't be going to free clinics. From what I understand, it's always been a private organization. It just gets government funding. And in certain cases, I want it to be government funding because even though I am pro-life, I am pro-birth control. They do some absolute good distributing free birth control. People are going to bump uglies. Just how it works. All right? People like to rub their parts up against each other, and sometimes humans happen. So if we just take the precaution, you got to be ready to have a kid. You know, it's like the top of the pet food chain. All right? And I can't even deal with dogs. Not saying that I wouldn't be a good father. I think I would be, but I don't have any kids now. And I can actually say that, yeah, there are no kids out there. No, because I used birth control. And believe me, some of the crazy I've had, I bumped uglies with over the years, they would definitely tell me and throw it in my face if there was actually a little me out there.
I can only imagine a little you.
Yeah, a little mini me with a fuzzy beard. Yeah, they were all pro-choice. As we learned, the pro-life people were not allowed to participate. Again, everybody's got a right to peaceful protest.
Nowadays, it's a little harder, especially with Berkeley.
Peaceful protest, all right? Another pundit named Steven Crowder, and he went down to the Women's March. And this dude looks like a linebacker for the NFL. But he went, and that day he identified as a woman. And instead of a man, but he was a man identifying as a woman, so they let him anywhere. They gave him a hero's welcome, even to the point where he interviewed sitting Senator Wendy freaking Davis, all right? We shouldn't let somebody who's posing as someone else be that close to a sitting senator. He was there showing off the futility of, didn't really have much of a point, but they could have had a point. He just could have edited it out. But just the fact that this 6'2", 240, I'm just estimating, but, he basically looks like a freaking linebacker, in drag, got that close and basically just free access or complete access to a sitting senator. Dudes, where's the security? I know senators don't have Secret Service, but still, I mean, by no means do I think that Stephen would have done anything harmful to her in any sort of physical way, but made her look kind of like an idiot. If he wasn't in drag, he wouldn't have gotten anywhere near her. If he went there as a man, how close would he have gotten to her? Probably not close at all. If he had told people that he's Steven Crowder, nowhere near her. Because somebody just could have gone online, seen a couple of his videos, and realized that he's there to cause a little trouble.
So you're still going to wear the pussy hat?
Yes, but unfortunately I can only wear it in the comfort of my own home. Otherwise, I'm making a political statement that I'm not completely behind. I believe in equality. Everyone should be equal in the eyes of the law, in the eyes of the government. I believe in equal opportunity. But we can't really guarantee equality of outcome. This has been the Militant Moderate Podcast. I've been your host, Paul Michael Bolin. Please click like and subscribe because that always gives us a hand. It always gives us a help.